Hey, what's up, guys? WhirlXbow back here, and today we are becoming part of one of the problems. We are going to be playing some Seedlock. I know Seedlock is not really the big problematic deck at the moment. It's not Paladin or Mage. Um, it's still really good. And to be fair, this is a slightly different version of the deck than I've seen previously played. I've yet to see like Rotten Apple played in the deck, which I do think is like a pretty solid card for it. Besides that, it is pretty stock, I feel. Um, yeah. Besides that, I don't have much else to say, so how about we keep the first one and let's see how it goes. Alright, first matchup is a Hunter. I think Hunter is like actually a phenomenal deck, so I am worried, especially because typically Hunter nowadays they're aggressive, right? So if he has a decent curve, the self-damage aspect of this deck will get us bad. Sorry, those are my eyes. Ugh. Go a Seeker. I haven't seen that card played that much in Hunter. Play Quest here. I think that holds some amount of health gain at least, which is not the worst. Uh-huh. Oh, if it's like a snipe, then I could just eat the snipe with this. It was not a snipe. Alright, that's fine. This hand is not great by any stretch of the means, but like Secret Hunter? That'd be crazy. Oh, sorry, Buck. I have not been yawning the whole fucking day, and then I start recording and I start to yawn. Next turn I can hero power to break this like evenly. That is not what I wanted to see. Explosive. I was really expecting an explosive trap. Huh. Okay, that's not great. But it being secret is interesting. This is this is in core set. This is a nice golden. A real nice golden. Really? I do not agree with that play personally, but protect my health total a little bit. And I mean, to be fair, develop an 8/8 is not really bad, but My fan feels so clogged because of like this, and like this is hard to play here. Huh. This is actually like, I've never really experienced it, because typically your curve in this deck is so low that you'll draw really, really early game stuff. Is that a freezing trap? So worried about freezing trap. That is not the card I want to play. I've done this so many times now, man. Oh, thank God. It's fine. I haven't seen a Secret Hunter in so long. It's such a cool idea. I love Secret Hunter. It was one of those few decks. Like I talked about this in like the last video where, to be fair, in Hearthstone especially, I feel like the way I play the game has changed a lot, and like the decks I enjoyed, and it's kind of like fluttered between a couple different things. Um, like there's a time where I really enjoyed playing like aggro. Like for those who remember the standard days of Dragon Hunter, right? With, I want to say his name was like Corrosive Dragon or something. Um, wow, that's really bad. What's this death arrow? Oh fuck. Hold up, that was really bad. Oh wait, no, this is just a Defile angle. He does get a push 3 damage. I don't want to end my turn because I still have 3 0 cost minions in my deck. Missed them, but that's fine. But yeah, as I was saying, like I went from like I like to play like the control deck, right, or the combo deck, and control decks like right as like the game launched. Like my favorite decks were Control Warrior and Combo Druid, and then I went to like, I really enjoyed playing Mech Mage and like GVG. I mean, I feel like that was pretty like, being someone that didn't spend money on the game at that point. I feel like that was kind of like a normal thought process. Um, just like the deck was really really cheap and really really strong. What is this? Uh, 5. What's an E.T.C? Not much. I have a lot of mass productions in my deck. 8. I'm gonna do most likely this plus this next turn. First. And then this way I can play like more mass productions. Like I have a pretty high odds of dry mass production, especially when I shuffle more into the deck. Hunter doesn't have objection, right? There is no objection as a card. I feel like his whole deck is actually, he's just playing 2 copies of every fucking secret, which is pretty silly if you ask me. I'm a little bit worried that I can like just die to a Huffer here, I won't lie. He's already put, has he played both copies of this thing? No, not this, yes. 9 cards in hand, 8 cards in hand. actual misdirection punch here. Oh. Oh, that's really good for him. Okay. I just gonna replay a shitload of secrets, right? So there's a million secrets. I want to do this so I can gain some amount of life back, you know. Okay. I can't kill him here. Beautiful. This is like one of the big cards I want to draw. It's 6 damage right now. I'm at 10. I Rotten Apple. Or Infernal Rotten Apple. I could Spirit Bomb that thing. I feel like I'm not saying much. This has been one of the more interesting games I've played in a while, and I actually feel like I have to think. Might be the deck I'm playing. Now, I actually don't think Quest Line or Seedlock or whatever the fuck you want to call it is like that hard of a pile. But it's an interesting deck, to say the least. Well, I can't kill him, so let's just gain a shitload of life. I did kill him, actually. If I play both in mass productions. I thought it was at the start of turn he took the 3. No, it's fine. I'm at 39. If he could deal 39 damage to me when he couldn't deal 8, I feel safe. Wait, did this say if you control no? If you control no other minions. Definitely right as if you control no other secrets. I forgot just like part of the words in that sentence. Wild. Wild. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. That was a long ass Seedlock game, but I'll take it. Anyways, with that being said, let's keep the next one. Alright, sorry. I was texting my brother. Oh, we're D2. I didn't even fucking realize, I'll be honest. We keep the main card of the deck, turns out. You know, this is one of the few decks where you'll never see me mulling one card. Like, I'll always have at least one card from my opener in my hand. There's actually some quests where in certain matchups you mull the quest, which is super crazy to say, but it's true. For those who have played Fire Plume, the original Ungoro quest for Warrior, which is play 7? Is it play? Yeah, it's play 7 taunt minions, and you get Sulfurous, the weapon, which turns your hero power into a rag. I talk about this card a lot because I do really enjoy that deck. I think that deck is sick and really fun. Yeah. When you were playing that deck back in the day, and even if you build a version of it now, the quest reward, yes, is your main win con. But if you don't survive till late enough to actually be able to resolve said win con, it's useless, right? So, I'm gonna toss this, I guess. Got a new pile. So yeah, so when you are playing that deck, it would be correct if you were playing as an aggro deck to mull it to try and get an extra taunt minion or to try and get an extra piece of removal, just so you can actually deal with your opponent's board. He's so sad. Typically that card's like really bad in the matchup. Having played a lot of this matchup, more than most people have, I would assume. This is what I mean by it's pretty bad. It just gave me free damage to complete my quest. At least one part of my quest. Oh, that's really bad. Hit me in the face 3 times. Good. No. Good. Alright, so what's the play here? It's like... This. 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 Develop a huge ass board. Pass the turn. That was pretty good. Feels pretty darn good. That's fine. Start with this. Mass reduction is gonna get played. That's gonna get played. Spirit bomb's gonna get played. That's pretty good. This one always costs 0 no matter how much health I'm at. How far is this off? 2. Dead. You can do it this way. Into this. To this. I think I get rid of these two. Keep both 8/8s. They're a little bit harder for him to deal with. Seven. So if we draw mass production to mass production, we can resolve quest. We could also theoretically draw 3 plagues and play our quest reward. That'd be fun. That sucks. That's not really what I wanted to see. Wow. Those hits were not the best for him, I won't lie. Sure. Play 0 drop. Tap, I guess. This is... Yeah, I can do this. Resolve you. Freeze you, play quest reward. Saves me the 3 health from this. That can poke there. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, no. Apple, I guess, is over. I thought I saw an apple up. That sucks. Yeah, well, I guess I missed a damage. Should be fine, though. I need a piece of card draw. That's what I need. I need card draw. E.T.C has nothing that deals damage to me. I'm 1 damage off lethal. There's no way. Choose a friendly minion. Okay. Well. Our deck has a fair amount of card draw in it, so it'd be really nice to draw some of that, but that's fine. Like, there's Raised Deads that are really good, there's Kobold Librarian, there's the mass productions, even the Plagues at a certain point are still like good. Beautiful. That's the card I want to see. Garbage. Garbage. Woo! We got there. Let's go. Oh well, this costs 0. Did not realize it was that cheap. It's cool. Oh, I did it. Anyways, let's keep the next one. Alright, Priest. If it's aggro Priest, it's a rough matchup. But it's like aggro Priest is always a rough matchup, right? We were looking for like Defile, mass production, Cobalt. Not a fan of this card in the deck, I don't think. I feel like it distracts from like the core gameplay of the deck, you know? Not a fan of that. Okay, it looks like it is most likely aggro. Which... we're gonna take a little bit of extra damage here, but it gets us closer to the quest completion. We basically tapped, well, we took 2 damage for free. I really want to kill this, but that other thing had to die. There's no second. Okay, there's a Spirit Bomb. Oh, wrong one drop. These cards are okay, but they're a little too slow. We definitely need to find... Defile's decent right now. To be fair, right now Defile's really good, but I doubt I keep my board. Bruh. This is what I'm saying. Like, this card clogs the fuck out of your hand, and I'm not a fan of it. Seeing this, he might actually just go face. Give me a 1 health dude. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fucking love Defile. I tapped. I don't want to end my turn in case I get Imprisoned Horror. Wrong 4/4. My guess is this is probably Mind Blast. So I need to play as if I'm at 12 health, which means I'm most likely resolving this turn. Okay, beautiful. Well, I talk shit on this card. Oh, it doesn't keep its enchantments. I thought I was going to get an 8/8 lifesteal. Oh. Mind Blast, Hero Power. Okay, doesn't even have enough mana for that. It is not lethal. Well, I said this was going to be a rough matchup, and then we somehow won the matchup. I'll take it. I mean, okay, we haven't won yet, but... Is it at 0? Okay, that should be GG. You know, I wonder... Would this quest be better? Or would it just be unplayable? If it was like... Get your health down to 20, get your health down to 10, get your health down to 5. Would it be too broken? Or too weak in that case? Right, because this way, like, if you heal, it's, like, counteractive towards your quest, but your opponent, at the same time, still gets to, like, kind of increase your quest, if that makes sense. You know? So your opponent also has to think about trading into your shit. I don't know if that would be good, or, like, a good change, but I feel like that could be a really interesting change to the quest. It'd make Renathal, like, really bad in the deck, because you'd have to take 20 damage for the first thing. Or even if you made it get it, like, 10 health lower than your starting, 20 health lower than your starting, 25 health lower than your starting health total. That could be really, really interesting. Instead of it just being, like, a flat rate of taking damage. That would be interesting. I think it would be a better change, or a change for the better. At least in my head, it'd make the deck, I think, way more skill intensive, and still think it could be playable. Especially if you do it's like 10 health lower than your starting total or whatever. I think it could, like, the deck would still be playable, and it would just add, like, an extra layer of complexity to it. That could be really, really fun. Like, I think that could be really, like, genuinely really, really fun. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think about that idea of a change? Because I feel the way the quest works right now, with the fact that you get to abuse, I shouldn't say abuse, but you get to, the amount of good healing cards now Warlock has, like, this version doesn't even play Hearthstone, is something Healthstone, sorry, not Hearthstone. And I think that card is, like, actually insane. Maybe Rotten Apple is just better, because it also helps complete quest, but I wonder if it would just make it unplayable, or if it would be still really good. I'm trying to think about it, and it's just like, the deck would be so different, but I guess it does also mean, like, it would mean that it would also be easier to counter, right? Because you could make it so it's like, you're basically playing chicken with your opponent, where it's like, you don't want to hit them to lower their health so they can complete quest and play quest road on the same turn. If you're playing a control deck, right? Because you would want the opportunity to try and rat out the Tamsin So you kind of are going to be playing like a game of chicken with your opponent where it's like, I'm not going to hit you, but if you lower your health too much, then I will hit you and I can rat you or I can Theo you or mutinous. Oh my god. That would be such a sick change. I'd really like to know what other people think about that idea of a change to the quest. Because I do think the deck is still maybe a little bit overtuned. I think it's... With this, the more popular this deck is, the less playable control decks are. Just because your quest is inevitable, right? If you're playing as control, you're just going to wait till you're able to complete quest and play reward on the same turn. And then, like, right, a fatigue deck can never beat you. And control decks that want to go late, like, you're just going to be looping mass productions. And, you know, at 30 damage a turn, there's not much they can do. I think that would be a really, really interesting and cool and fun change. Yeah. Anyways, for those who are wondering, yes, this deck is still really, really good. I don't even know if this is, like, the best version of the deck. I just saw, like, a bigger version. I don't like the versions that are not playing, like, at least some amount of late game. Like, as you saw in that last game, like, the 8/8 is... The Molten Giant is, like, the main reason we won the game. But it's cute. I like it. Anyways. Yeah. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see y'all in the next one where hopefully we can get some more dubs. Alright, guys? Yeah. With that being said, I will see y'all there. Peace.